Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Legit, back again with another video this week for you guys. If you're new around here, make sure you've hit that subscribe button, especially if you want to be in for a chance to win that fantastic pair of LDM Street R-Type gloves. Links to enter that competition are in the description below. So let's crack on with this video. Just an update on that robbery at a jeweller's last week I reported on. Jason Abrams, 23 years old, of Langdon Court in Islington, was charged on Tuesday the 21st of May with robbery. He has since been remanded in custody and will appear before a court on a date to be determined. Another man, suspect B, who is 17 years old, was arrested at Camden Market but has been bailed pending further investigations. Another week brings another robbery in London. This is the moment a moped gang armed with a number of weapons carry out a robbery in broad daylight in a jewellery store in London. The incident took place at the Our House on Duke Street in Marylebone. A witness who was there at the time said, "I was picking up a vintage piece that I'd been waiting for ages to get, and these guys drive a scooter through and smash the glass and begin battering the shop with huge hammers. We were all in the back of the shop looking at them. We then sprinted downstairs and hid in the vault until the noise passed. When we came back upstairs, the shop was completely battered and all the gonzo watches were gone." A police spokesman said police were called at 10:32 hours on Tuesday the 28th of May 2019 following reports of a smash and grab at a jewellery store on Duke Street W1. A number of males armed with weapons are reported to have driven to the premises on mopeds and smashed windows before stealing goods and fleeing. Officers attended, including specialist firearms colleagues. A man in his 30s has been treated by LAS for an eye injury sustained as the shop window was smashed. At this stage there have been no arrests. As this story progresses, I'll keep you informed, guys. Now, this is just a hunch of mine, but what do you guys think are the chances that these robbers are linked to the same previous robbers I reported on last week? They've both got similar MOs and they've done it literally a week apart. What do you guys think? Let me know in that comment section down below. Hopefully all those involved get caught soon and put behind bars. Moving on to the next story. Police were called to the underpass on Jubilee Avenue, Whitton, TW2 at 15:13 hours on Monday the 20th of May following reports of two men acting suspiciously on a moped. Officers attended the scene and spotted the suspects. They attempted to make off upon sight of police but were stopped from leaving the area by two attending police officers. At this point, one of the males on the moped produced a hammer and struck one of the officers over the head, causing a cut and bruising to his head. Following this attack, the suspects, both on one moped, had driven off. Further police units attended and the suspects were detained nearby. Taser was used by a police officer to help detain one of the suspects, who was armed with a hammer. The injured male police officer continues to receive treatment at a South London hospital. Chief Superintendent Sally Butner said these attending officers were brave and resilient at their efforts to stop these suspects. Even when presented with a dangerous weapon, they acted in the best traditions of the Met and stood their ground. Their determination led to these armed suspects being arrested. I'm very proud of them. We all wish our injured officer a speedy recovery and appeal for anyone who saw suspects behaving suspiciously around the underpass by Jubilee Avenue or the High Street, Whitton, to contact the police. Jeez, these guys are 16 and 18 and they've got the balls on them to go and hammer a police officer around the head. I mean, that is just mental, guys. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments what you feel about this. So this next clip is something we should all be thinking about when we're on our bikes riding on our own. It's so important and reiterates the fact you should be conscious of everyone and everything going on around you.
There's been a fresh hijacking on the Hayes bypass just now. This guy here got hammered with that hammer there, and then we chased him and I smashed my car onto the guy's bike. So we got his bike and that's it really. This is the poor victim and they hammered him here. Well, that was his bike.
In a statement, the Metropolitan Police said they were called out at 11:19 AM to Glencoe Road in Yelding, following reports of a moped rider that had been assaulted and robbed of his vehicle. The statement continued, officers established that a male suspect had driven off on a stolen moped along with another male who was on a white moped after the robbery took place on Springfield Road shortly after 1100 hours. A member of the public pursued the suspects with the victim in his car. On Glencoe Road, one of the suspects fell from his moped before fleeing with the second suspect on the victim's moped. Both mopeds used by the suspects were later recovered by police. Both were found to be stolen and subsequently returned to their owners. The victim's moped was located in Greenford. The victim luckily did not require medical treatment, and as of yet there have been no arrests. So I'm midway creating and editing this video when there's an update on this case. Detectives investigating a smash and grab raid at a jewellery store in Duke Street have made 3 arrests. All 3 men have been arrested on suspicion of armed robbery and remain in custody at a North London police station. Inquiries are continuing. Watch this space, guys, because it sounds like they're being rounded up and nabbed really quickly. Smash that like button if you think the Met Police are doing a fantastic job at catching these criminals. Finally, our last story comes from the Metropolitan Police. They've launched a brand new campaign which includes a digital radio advert aimed at scooter, moped and motorcycle riders, which encourages them to better protect their bikes. They say, building on the success of previous crime prevention advertising campaigns and officers' proactive work to drive down theft on these vehicles, the digital ad will run for 8 weeks. Supporting the radio ad will be a poster and adverts displayed on the back of London buses in 12 key boroughs across London, where thefts are the highest, as well as adverts on Facebook and Instagram and pavement stencils positioned at hotspot parking bays. A large number of bikes are still left with no additional security measures in place and only the steering lock to prevent them from being stolen. It takes very little time for a thief to steal one, even if the steering lock is on. Despite a significant reduction in moped crime, over 9,000 scooters, mopeds and motorcycles were still stolen between January and December 2018. On a daily basis, officers from Operation Venice work hard to drive down the theft of scooters, mopeds and motorcycles and target those who use them to commit further crime. The lock chain cover message may seem obvious, but it really does assist us in driving down thefts on scooters and mopeds. We're asking bike owners in London to help us fight against thieves by protecting their scooters and motorbikes. The Met's lock chain cover advice is as follows. Lock. Using a disc lock on the front wheel to stop your bike from being wheeled away. Fit a grip lock to the throttle and engage the steering lock. Chain. Secure the rear wheel with a chain and padlock. Attach the chain to a ground anchor or other fixed object where possible. Cover. Bike covers prevent immediate access to the controls and security features to stop thieves from shopping bike models. Now, we know in the real world this situation wouldn't happen that easily. Those moped thieves would have attacked the bike rider because he had the keys in his hand. They wouldn't have waited till he locked his bike and walked away. I'm going to be including my top 3 recommendations for a lock chain and cover, so if you need any ideas of what you guys should be buying to protect your bike, pop down in the description below and tell me what you guys think. It saddens me to announce the death of a moped rider in Battersea this week as he was defending off his moped from teens who were trying to steal it. We'll cover this story next week. My thoughts and prayers go out to the victim and the victim's family. Fingers crossed they catch whoever did this to him. Guys, till then, you've been awesome. I've been legit. I'll see you in the next one.